This is a little series of videos which I took on a recent visit to Vietnam, Laos and Cambodia in November. They're primarily for the people who are on the trip. I mean, we're spread all the way from South Australia all the way to the north of England. But for those of you who are interested in going to that part of the world, then they may be useful to you. You may find some information on there which is of use to you. The trip itself was very, very interesting, thoroughly enjoyable. One or two parts were, particularly around Phnom Penh, were a bit grim, a little disturbing, but for the most part I would thoroughly recommend it. I mean, the people were lovely, from the dynamism of Vietnam to the relative poverty of Laos, and of course the history of Pol Pot and what happened in Cambodia, together with the magnificence of the Angkor complex. So thoroughly recommended. With temperatures in the high 30s, sometimes maybe even more, certainly out in the sunshine, and humidity at 90%, then out all day, and that can be very uncomfortable if you're not up to it. And if you're not very fit, there's a fair amount of walking involved as well in that heat and that humidity, and some people found that quite difficult to do, quite trying in fact. So bear that in mind when you watch these videos, or if you're thinking of going there. It's not easy when you're taking video walking about. You're being jostled by tourists from all over the place, or indeed you're sitting on the back of an elephant. It's not easy to keep the camera steady, and if you're trying to use the zoom without a tripod, it's almost impossible. So lots of jogging and shaking of the camera, unfortunately. And similarly, when you're trying to edit it when you get back, I mean, there's 15 hours of video here, which I'm trying to weed out all this rubbish which is on there. It still leaves a phenomenal amount, which has to be edited into small 10-minute sections for YouTube. So it's quite a long project, and it will take several weeks to complete. I hope you find them interesting. For those who are on the trip, I hope you're not too embarrassed by some of the incidents which took place. Anyway, they are what they are, and I hope you enjoy them. We were fed extraordinarily well on the trip, apart from the usual hotel breakfasts, which were very much the same as you'd find anywhere. We had 6-course meals twice a day, lunch and dinner, and these are just a little selection. The only thing I wasn't very keen on was a vegetable called Morning Glory. It was quite stringy sort of stuff, and didn't like the taste. All the hotels we stayed in, I was quite happy with. I looked at all the hotels on the Traveller's website, and there were 2 of them certainly came in for a lot of criticism. All I can say is I was quite happy with the hotels. There was one which needed a little bit of updating, but I've been in a lot worse, I have to say. And the welcoming we got from the staff, and certainly the reception staff, which a lot of people complained about on the website, I never experienced that at all. We were given warm welcomes by the hotel staff in every hotel we went to. which was very, very nice.